Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews, and today we have a very cool box to unbox, as I recently was able to get my good friend Keith Olsen to pick up some of the brand new Mattel minifigures as he had them in his area. I don't have them in my area, and in fact I've heard of very few areas so far that actually do have them, so I was really excited when he had found a few and asked him if he could pick them up, and of course I would pay him and he would ship them to me. But he did state that he was going to throw in some extras here after he had already shipped it. He told me he threw in a few extras, so I'm really intrigued to see what that stuff is. If he hadn't done that, I probably would have just filmed a straight up review of the minis right away, but I guess I'll do the unboxing just to see what kind of interesting item he may have thrown in here, and then we will actually review the figures on the channel again very soon. So let's go ahead, pop this box open, and see what waits inside. So straight away we've got the new Mattel minis in here, the very first thing at the very top of the box, which we've got the Seats, the Stegosaurus, we also have Bumpy, Carnotaurus Toro, we also have the Irritator, which is an awesome one to have in here. We've got the Triceratops. We also have the Tarbosaurus, if I can find a place to put it. Let me get the camera a little more focused on them. There we go. Definitely looks a little better now. We also have the Parasaurolophus, the Brachiosaurus, and the Pteranodon. And those are all of the minis for the new wave, aside from Velociraptor Blue, the 3 Baryonyx, and the Tyrannosaurus, which I know for sure those are just straight up repacks. And in fact, I think actually Carnotaurus Toro and the Triceratops as well are straight up repacks, but I really wasn't sure initially coming into the figures because the kind of little slip on the back was a little bit complicated to figure out, and I haven't seen too many people that actually have acquired these figures, so I wasn't really able to tell ahead of time if they were new or not. But regardless, I'm so psyched to have the minis. I love the minis, and we've got a lot of new ones to go over very soon here on the channel. So let's see what else. Oh, whoa, okay. I was going to say, let's see what else we have in here. Oh, man, there's some really cool stuff in here. I did not expect this. I was actually expecting more of his really cool, like, minis that he was making. He was making all kinds of really cool, like, 1/6 scale mini box art replicas and stuff like that for his museum. But we actually have I believe this one is a Marx Plateosaurus, which is awesome because the Marx figures are actually really quite hard to find, and they can definitely get pricey at times. If you are not familiar with the Marx figures, they are a very old line of dinosaur figures, one of the earliest lines of dinosaur figures, so they're super collectible but super awesome. Like, for their time, they were insanely well done, and in my opinion even hold up today as some of the nicest dinosaur figures you're probably ever going to find. So let's see what else. We actually have more in here. Oh, man. Okay, so we actually have the Pteranodon in here as well. And then we've got what I'm pretty sure is the Allosaurus. And we also have I believe that's, whoa, the Trachodon just fell over now, knocking down the Allosaurus. There we go. That's a beautiful figure as well. And man, he actually has quite a few of these in here. We have the woolly mammoth, which is beautiful. I don't know that I've ever seen that mammoth in person. I have seen some of these others. And we also have the Stegosaurus. So there's a bunch of them. Look at that. Oh man, it's few and far between that you see a sight that beautiful. A whole bunch of Marx figures. Absolutely awesome. So a super huge thank you goes out to Keith for sending these over. I don't have very many Marx figures in my collection. I do have a few, but not many. And I certainly don't think I have the mammoth, and I don't know if I have the Pteranodon. I might have some of these others, but it's been quite some time since I actually looked at them, so I'm not positive. I'm definitely going to have to check and see which ones I have. And there's definitely something else that's super cool in here. So on top of those figures, he has also sent me these, which I have a very bad angle of this one. So we've got these super awesome Jurassic Park style figures here with a Brachiosaurus and a Tyrannosaurus. That's like one of the most iconic like images of the kind of Jurassic Park Tyrannosaurus, I feel like, is that running pose. It's seen in quite a bit of like the promotional artwork and stuff. That is super, super cool as well. And of course the Brachiosaurus is beautiful. I wonder if the Rex can actually stand. The Brachiosaurus can. Yeah, not so much. Well, the Brachiosaurus can stand, but the Rex cannot. Oh man, he really outdid himself this time. So, if you guys can recall, in a previous video that I had unboxed some stuff from him, he actually had created the 1/6 scale Red Rex. He actually had went ahead and took a Mattel Mini, he painted it like the Red Rex, created that kind of box art for it, and then had sent that my way as a gift. And he actually had shown me these a while back, where he had repainted and recreated kind of like that Kenner style figure with the Red Rex, but also he had done a Demon Carnotaurus. And at the time, I was like over the moon excited about them because I thought they were like some of the coolest things I had ever seen, to take those, Mattel minis and then use them as repaints and then give them that kind of awesome box art. And he had sent me a Red Rex, but he had not sent the Demon Carnotaurus until now. We now have the Demon Carnotaurus here as well. How super awesome is that? Again, I love when he sends me these like random little packages of cool stuff that it's always like really unexpected but really cool stuff. And you can see that as far as this goes, of course, we have a Mattel Mini Carnotaurus in here, repainted to resemble the Demon Carnotaurus. And then we also have, in general, the, box art for the Demon Carnotaurus now shrunken down to fit the Mattel figure perfectly. And you can see as we move along the box that it is a picture-perfect reconstruction of the box art from the Kenner figure. So it is just, insanely awesome in every way. Definitely one of the coolest things ever. And if this Carnotaurus wasn't awesome enough, he actually also sent one more thing, which is a recreation of the Kenner Triceratops as well. Look at that. With, again, a Mattel Mini, even sporting the battle damage there on the side. I honestly just cannot get enough of this stuff. This is definitely some of the coolest stuff that you'll see anywhere, are these kind of shrunken down miniature versions of these figures that he has been creating. And I do believe he is actually selling these. He creates them and sells them. So if you would like some of these, you can contact him to purchase some for yourself. And again, we have the artwork for the Triceratops, the box art, and it looks beautiful from every angle, exactly like it did way back when Kenner had released the box. And definitely very high quality. It has a really nice glossy look to it, and definitely super beautiful. This is definitely two of the coolest things that I think I've ever received. And on top of those super awesome figures right there, we of course have those kind of Jurassic Park minifigures that are hiding back there, the Rex and the Brachiosaurus, as well as these beautiful Marx figures and the Mattel Minis hanging out over here that are all kind of all over the place right now, that will actually be going right back up here on the review station to film a review. So one last gigantic thank you to Keith for, of course, helping to hook me up with those Mattel Minis that I really so desperately wanted to get a hold of, but also for hooking me up with all of this awesome stuff. Again, super kind of him to send over some really cool gifts, and just some of the coolest gifts that I've ever received. Again, one last gigantic thank you to Keith. If you are interested in picking up some of these kind of Mattel Minis resembling the Kenner figures, again, make sure you contact him. I will include a link in the description to his Instagram page where you can contact him to acquire some of those absolutely awesome custom figures. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.